in a stronger position in the market.
Having the right mindset and focus is now more important than ever. Mindhack expert and entertainer Matt Hale joins us right now live.
Oh, good morning, Matt.
Oh, good morning, Alana. Good morning, Benjamin. Beautiful speaking to you.
It's so great to be speaking to you all the way over there in the West. Now, look, this has been a really challenging, unprecedented time for individuals, but also for businesses. So explain a little bit about how mindset can affect our business outcomes.
Well, I mean, obviously it affects everything we do, but I think as we kind of get back into some kind of normality around certain parts of the country, you know, the space in your head looks very different to it did a few months ago. So it can start even from just jumping out of bed in the morning. You know, some people go, oh, I'm not a morning person, but that's because you've taught yourself to become not a morning person. So, you know, you can jump in that shower, you can actually choose to say, okay, this is awakening me, this is alivening me. I'm going to start to feel fantastic for the day. What do I see ahead of me? What am I excited about? Or you can choose to stand in that shower and go, oh, here goes another day, here we go. Whatever you choose to think, though, does tend to permeate through the rest of your day. If your kind of image of yourself in the morning is always, oh, here we go, another day, you know, it can be in the drive to work, it could be the way you interact with people after that. So from the moment you get up, think of how you would like to see your day panning out. That kind of feeling will start to actually integrate as you go along.
I am absolutely loving your energy this morning. I can tell you that right now.
This is Matt on about a 2 out of 10. If you go to his Fringe World shows, it's a lot more crazy.
I'm going to go there, and I'm going to go there for inspiration, for motivation. Anyway, what can people do to get their businesses or their business motivation back? Because clearly in this time, I guess people would be finding it hard to find that energy.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I think what business owners have got to do, and you know, talking to people who are, again, just getting things going in a way which is, you know, kind of like normal. You've got to remind yourself that, you know, as a business owner, you stepped out of something stable to become a business owner to begin with. You know, you battled against all sorts of things just to get a business off the ground. So, you know, you're now in a situation where you're going to have to elevate again, but remind yourself that you built yourself out of nothing to start with. So this is just like a halfway. You know, you already got the basics there. You've just got to twist and turn it again just to get over that COVID hump.
Well, Matt, we know, you know, you're normally performing at corporate functions yourself, and you're on cruise liners around this time every year. You do the massive fringe shows. So you've really had to pivot your business too with COVID. How have you done that?
Yeah, well, again, it's been great. I mean, obviously, I just decided, okay, what's in my tool belt? For me, it's a bit of a mental tool belt. So I started thinking, okay, well, you know, I have this background where I can help people focus on certain things, get close to them, adjust their thinking. You know, obviously I do that on stage, I do that in my keynote presentations, but in this instance, you know, during lockdown, pretty much from this home studio, I've been putting out different programs on, you know, anxiety, business mindset, how to sleep better, all these different things which have actually been problems during COVID, but can definitely benefit from, you know, a little bit of a mental twist.
Yeah, and explain to Benjamin, because I remember the first time you told me this really resonated with me, because I was a little bit skeptical when you hear the word hypnosis. But give him the analogy about the freeway, Matt, because I think that's the easiest way for people to be disarmed when it comes to hypnosis, that word.
Yeah, I think, look, we all experience what we call highway hypnosis at some point. You know, if you ever found yourself driving a certain way to work all the time, at some point it just becomes so natural. You don't really have to think about it, so much so that you can jump in your car, get somewhere and suddenly go, oh geez, how the hell did I get here safely? You don't really remember that journey. You know, you don't think of every part of it, and that's your mind going to a separate little space. You know, your mind has the ability to tune into something while you're still doing something else. So does that make sense to you, Benjamin?
Oh, that is like so. But Alana knows how to break things down for me, because she knows that majority of the time I am the stupidest person that she knows. You know, just before we let you go, I think what I'd like to ask you about is the entertainment industry and what sort of support you are expecting maybe the government's going to put into place. You know, trying to get the entertainment industry back back on track when we start to tackle COVID-19. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. That's a really good question, Benjamin, because it has been quite tricky. Because amongst everybody, we were kind of like almost one of the first to fall. Literally from the first day of the basic restrictions, literally every single one of my events for the whole year got cancelled or postponed until a future possibility date, and will probably be amongst the last to come up again. Because it's not that people are going to go, okay, we're kind of okay with certain events, we're going to book one for tomorrow. It's going to be a few months down the line again. So I think wait to see what the government is going to really roll out with their recent announcement for the arts grants. So obviously I think it's going to be more to do with helping you build new shows and roll them out, maybe touring and that kind of thing. But I'm yet to see it. I mean, if I'd relied just on the entertainment side and not not kind of jumped out the box a little bit, it would have been very, very tough. And a lot of my entertainment friends have been finding it very, very tough over these last few months.
Jack.
Well, thanks so much for being able to join us this morning. We did have a slight technical difficulty towards the end, so if you did drop something funny in there and we missed it, it wasn't because we have no sense of humour.
You're back.
You're back. Okay, great. I was really worried that at the end of that you were talking about the government and you'd slip in a little joke and Alana and I'd be like, hi.
Your website is filled with lots of amazing info. Where can people find you?
Yeah, matthale.com.au, and I put a whole stack of free resources, some free audio programs there for anyone to download, which is going to help kind of navigate these weird times at the moment.
Yeah.
I always feel better when I talk to you, Matt. You are just a joy. Thank you for radiating with us this morning and providing all that insight, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Absolutely. Lovely to speak to you. Cheers.
He's so good. I'm obsessed with him.
Oh my God, he's like the best.
I want to record like a little message on my alarm clock in the morning for when I wake up, just to have Matt just sort of getting me inspired for the day.
Watch Matt Hale, his fringe shows on YouTube. Robbie, my fiance, is being hypnotised by him, and he was dancing on stage and all sorts of things, and he had to be the rule keeper of the group. So everyone was on stage being ruly, and Robbie, who is never stern in his whole life, was like, sit down, everyone pay attention. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. I've never laughed so hard.
Have you got it on video?
Yeah, I'll find it for you.
The rest of the show will actually be Robbie getting hypnotised. No, just kidding. We've got plenty more coming up on the show.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, please subscribe to the channel, and also check out some of the other videos I have up here. And also, if you've got any questions, always feel free to contact me.